Community Viewpoint.
And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And we're almost back to the studio. Yeah, that's part of the studio behind me. So we're in about week 6 of this, and things are starting to turn around very slowly. So hopefully we've made it this far, and we will go the extra yard and have a wonderful summer. So today's guest is Heather Freeman, and she's from the University of Nevada, the Prump office of the University of Nevada Extension. And she'll be speaking to us about the many programs available through the university and a lot about weeds and what we can do to keep them from overtaking us. And she'll be talking about other things that they have involved at the extension. And I want you to remember, we'll show this on a banner, that their number is 775-727-5532, or you can call them at the extension.unr.edu. And also, if you want to, there's the 4-H. Let's not forget that. That's part of what they do. So you can go get information on the 4-H at 4 small letter H online.com. So there's a lot of information. So let me get Heather to you. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. That'll be the last you see of me. Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm Heather Freeman, here talking to John for Community Viewpoint. I work at the University of Nevada Extension, the Prump office, and we are currently closed still, awaiting further instruction from our government offices. We're wanting to stay home and stay safe. However, we have had a very busy last 6 weeks working from home. We have access to Master Gardeners through our Prump Master Gardener Facebook page. If you have any gardening questions, we'd love to answer them. We also still have our telephone helpline at 775-727-5532. If you press 2, you'll get the Master Gardener helpline. I'll wait for that car to go by. We're sitting in my backyard currently, and as you can see, I have a lot of weeds, so that's one of the topics I'd like to talk about. Within Extension, we also have the 4-H program, and they also have been very active online. If you have a child between the ages of 5 and 19, you can sign them up for 4-H through their online website. It's 4honline.com. Number 4, lowercase h, online.com. They have a Facebook page as well, which is the Prump Southern Nye County, Prump Southern Nye County 4-H. And they're very responsive. If you message them there or make a post, they will get right back to you. Currently, they have 2 clubs that have gone online. Their dog club and their writing club. And they're also sponsoring a writing and photography and filmmaking contest. And all that information is on their Facebook page, Prump Southern Nye County 4-H. Okay, so one of the questions I get a lot are, how do we combat weeds? So this little booklet is called the Nevada Nuisance Weed Field Guide, and it is available online. The entire booklet you can access online for free. It has all of the definitions of what are weeds, best practices for management, and if you really want to know what each weed looks like and how to combat it, it's all available online. As you can see, I have a large selection of these weeds here at my house, which I definitely need to get after. Part of that is because, if you didn't know, Nevada has a weed law. As far back as the 19 teens, I think it was 1915, 1917, they started passing weed laws about making sure people are keeping their noxious weeds out of primarily agriculture fields. But if we all do our part and keep track of them, it helps. So here's the NRS.
So basically, they're telling you what can happen if you don't watch your weeds. NRS 555.170, should you as the owner occupant fail to comply, state quarantine officer may notify the Board of County Commissioners for the county in which the property is situated. They, in partnership with the NDA, shall proceed to have weeds controlled in accordance with the initial notice. And then at .180, control costs not paid by the owner shall be a lien against the property and collected as provided by the law. It doesn't get any better than that,
No,
all right?
and we definitely don't want anyone to get a lien against their property. But just letting you know, that could happen. I don't know anyone personally that's happened to yet, but
That is the last resort, always.
that's last resort.
Yes.
So the goal of using statutes is not to lien against landowners. It really relies on local involvement. So one of the ways us as homeowners can get after weeds is simply good old-fashioned hard work. A weeding tool and a good pair of gloves and time. I try to do it in 15-minute segments at a time. I bought myself a little weed scooter to ease my knees and my back, but if you just have a 5-gallon bucket and a pillow, little cushion, turn the 5-gallon bucket upside down, put the cushion on top, and just get started. So
And do that early in the morning.
early in the morning when it's cool outside, we don't want anyone to get overheated.
No.
So this one is called Russian knapweed. I got it before it went to seed, but it will get a little purple flower on it. This one's bad. You notice I put my gloves on. I have read on a University of Arizona fact sheet that long-term contact with this weed can be really dangerous. So if you're going to pull this one, for sure wear weeds, long sleeves, long pants. Do it early in the morning. What you can't see is the rest of this root, it broke off. So they're pretty easy to pull, but the rest of this root could be as much as 36 inches underground. So pulling them is not going to eradicate them, but if you can catch them before they go to seed, that'll prevent the seed from spreading. So they're going to keep popping up every year. They're not going to ever go away. It's like dishes and laundry. You just got to keep after it and keep it done. This is another one that is deceptive. I forget the name of it right now, but people say, oh, it's got pretty purple flowers on it. But if you let it go, a couple weeks later, it develops this the flowers fall off, and then these really sharp points. And they don't look like the same weed right now, because this one hasn't developed them yet, but this is the same weed, and you will hate this. If you let the pretty purple flowers go, you'll get this. You don't want those.
The one in the left hand looks like what we're watering inside the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to my wife.
It's pretty wicked. These are called fillery, which also have a pretty purple flower on them, but a lot of people call them goat heads. You can see right here.
Yes.
This is really, really nasty goose bill.
They'll get in your bicycle and give you a
They
flat.
do.
Those
Yep.
are the ones.
Those are puncture vine. They look similar. This is normally spread out flat across the ground. Let's see. This one is a type of wild mustard. Some people call it London rocket. They're in the brassica family. And then this is what it looks like after it starts to go to seed. And all of these little things are their seed. So as you're pulling these, this has actually gone too far. Now they'll break off and they'll spread everywhere. So if you can get them like this before they've gone to seed, that's better. Still, you want to pull it before it blows everywhere. This one I don't know the name of, but it also is really sticky. It sticks to everything. So if you can tell, my gloves have weed leaves stuck to them. And a lot of people want to use chemical means to control them. Our standard answer at the university is the label is the law. So if you choose to use any chemical means to try to control your weeds, please, please, please open up that extra flip out of the label and read all the fine print. I think after you read all the fine print, you might choose not to use the chemicals. Here's another reason why. This right here is the
Ladybug
chrysalis stage of a ladybug.
Aww.
It has crawled in, and in a couple of days or weeks it will hatch out and be a ladybug. And if you spray this with an herbicide, you'll probably also kill the ladybugs, who are actually a beneficial insect and they're our friend. So that's one reason I'm pulling weeds instead of spraying them here at my house. Okay. This one
Yuck.
is
Foxtail?
really awful. If you have dogs, they're also bad for humans. They can jam in between your... I've had them jam in between the fingers of my gloves, and they really hurt, but yeah, foxtail. And you want to try to get these before they go to seed. In spite of what you might hear some people say, don't put weeds in your compost. I just don't suggest it. Take them to the dump. The dump is free. It opens every morning at 8 a.m. It closes at 4. They don't want anybody up there after the hot hours of the day. But you can be waiting outside the gate at 8 a.m. when they open up and dump your weeds up at the dump. The other thing is, if you hire someone to take your weeds, please have them make sure they take them to the dump. We don't want them to dump them out in the desert. That's illegal. Here's another one of that nasty pokey weed. So.
Okay, so that just about wraps it up for this segment. So
Okay.
what else do we want to tell them?
What's... Here's more of the little ladybug guys. Oh, he wants to be free. Bye, ladybug. But this is the caterpillar stage.
Oh, okay.
So don't kill those. Those are your friends. If you want to get in touch with someone from the extension to answer questions, you can contact us. Again, the phone number is 775-727-5532, or you can reach us on the internet on the web at extension.unr.edu.
So I want to thank you for stopping by and with all those tips, and remember to get rid of our weeds before they get too bad or someone else may have to step in. So,
Okay.
so thank you for watching, and wear your masks, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Thank you, Heather.